Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Beer Inside. We're continuing our Ladies Month of Instagram reviewers. Joining us today, a fellow Quebecer, we have Roxy Liquid Dream.
Hi.
Thanks for taking the time for letting us talk to you today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, honestly.
Awesome. So as we start almost all our shows, we're going to virtually share a beer because we are still under a pandemic time, even though we've recently heard great news from some drug manufacturers that timeline we might actually get to see people again in the new year. So what are you drinking on today's show?
I cracked the new one from Alafu. It's a collab with Boréale. It's a double IPA sour from New England IPA. Kind of good, not bad.
Cool. I've got from 5e Baron in Gatineau. There we go. Petite France. It is a Pilsner Alsacienne. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. So we're going to do a virtual toast. Here we go. A toast. Yeah, I can't get the sound. There we go. That's a very clean Pilsner. Very tasty. Awesome. So what's your Instagram story? What made you create the Roxy Liquid Dream brand?
I was already on Instagram with my personal account, like probably everyone else. And during the lockdown, my best friend have a big account in another subject. And she was like, you should do something with alcohol because I'm a sommelier, I'm a cicerone, and I'm a mixologist. I study in that, I worked in that. And she was like, you're doing nothing and you're just drinking all day. So you should do something about it. I was like, yeah, no bad idea. So I talked a lot about we talked a lot about the names and everything, and we're super creative together. I used to help her taking her shots for her account. So now we're going together. We're doing like photo shoots on days. We're deciding where we're going. I tried to do a lot of outside pictures to show Montreal and Quebec also. So she's basically the one who brought me to this account. I found the name myself. I was trying to find something inclusive with all kind of alcohols, but I realized I'm doing more beers than anything else because this is what I'm drinking most, and this is the biggest crowd on Instagram is about beers.
Yeah, beer's for everybody, as I like to say. So
yeah, that's true.
It's craft beer is exploding beyond a lot of people's expectations. It's almost every month I find there's a new brewery in Quebec. Every 2 weeks there's a new brewery in Ontario. Every week, apparently, there's a new brewery in America, so it's really going on, even during the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm going to meet a new one that just opened last weekend tomorrow, so I'll see.
What's the name of it?
Mutaid. It's in Hochelaga. It's brand new.
Yeah. I'm they're on my list of places I need to go. There's a new one in Hudson as well called Cardinal that I have to go to as well.
Oh, I never hear about them. See, something new to try.
Exactly. See, and we all learn from each other this way. So you said sommelier and cicerone. Are you a master? Or are you level 1, level 2?
I mastered the cicerone a long time ago. I was into craft beer 15 years ago. So for me, there's nothing new about it.
That's impressive. There's not a lot of ladies who are master cicerones. So that's very impressive. I'm a little humbled by your ability in beer.
Brag about it. I'm trying in my comment to stay as neutral and to just be accessible to everybody. But yeah, I am.
Awesome. That's amazing. And I'm always insistent on I believe in diversity, and craft shows that could be diverse when it wants to be. Unfortunately, not every craft brewery is as diverse and opening as they should be. But to me, there's room for everybody to grow, and craft beer is just the place that should be more accepting of everybody else.
That's true.
I do. There's another show I was listening to, and he was saying how a lot of sommeliers, or especially male sommeliers, are really bad. So it's like you kind of get that negative connotation when it comes to the wine snobbery.
It's honestly, it is there with the beers also.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it all the time.
It's getting better, but like 10 years ago, I've been told, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm drinking beer. And you know what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Like yes. I've been shamed, like some breweries buddy shamed me.
Yeah, that's
so bad. But you know what? I came back stronger and I don't care anymore. So.
Yeah, it's something like that is completely uncalled for, especially when for these places it's free promotion. So I'll never understand that.
Yeah, they don't pay me to do all that. I'm doing it
Exactly.
because I like it. So
Yeah. So that was something completely uncalled for. We won't mention them by name, obviously,
no.
but it's something that should not be done. If you're a social media manager of a brewery, be respectful to your fans, to the people who are drinking your beer and promoting it for free. So you said 15 years you've been drinking craft. Do you remember one of the first couple of craft beers you had?
Obviously, in Quebec, it starts with Unibrew.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going a lot to Le Grimoire in Granby back in the days. That was one of the spots. I was driving there actually to go.
Okay.
And Saint-Ambroise was there also at the time. Belle. So like back in the days, it was not super like there was not a lot of diversity. We had like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Dieu du Ciel was there also, but I was not a fan at the time. I was drinking a lot of Unibrew. I was more into Belgian beer at the beginning, so that's why. And now I'm more into stouts and barrel aged, like my wine love mixed with my beer love. So I'm more into barrel aged beer now than anything else.
Awesome. And I mean, I'm assuming you try all the beers, at least from what I've seen in your Instagram. You do a brewery review of the week, so you obviously try multiple beers from that place. But like you said, barrel aged is your program right now. You're sticking with, right?
I love every kind of beer personally, and every time I go in the brewery, like I go with my boyfriend. And it's funny because he's the kind of guy who look at the menu, take one pint of something, and he's gonna just go with it. I'm the kind of girl who take the flights and try everything in the menu. Like I want to try, and even more if the brewery, there's some brewery who have more funky stuff, and I will want to try everything. So I was not into IPA not a long time ago. Now I'm more into it, but not all of them. Still, I received stuff from the States that I didn't really like. So beer is for everyone, but it's hard to love everything.
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of breweries will have a variety for everybody's palates. They'll have a bunch of different beers, especially at places that released. I remember going to Four Origins opening day, and they had 5 beers already. So it's, a lot of these newer breweries understand that you have to diversify your taste portfolio. So just go from there.
Yeah, there's brewery, like I'm not gonna say names, but who have only IPAs in their menus. So obviously this is not where I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Because I drink IPAs, but I'm not gonna drink 4 pints in a row. I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna switch to something else. So if you only offer IPA, it's not especially gonna the place for me.
Yeah, especially if all your IPAs are like well above 7%. It's like I'm gonna get drunk on 2, and then or drunk or 2 on 3, and then I'm finished. So
absolutely,
it's not really. You're not getting my full time there. So, Roxy Liquid Dream, what made you come up with that name?
Like I said before, I was trying to find something that was inclusive with wine, hard liquor, and beer. We're trying a bunch of stuff, and my name is Roxane, so I want to go with Roxy, and I just came up, like I woke up in the morning. One morning, I was like, okay, I got it, and my daughter designed my logo, so you have like the glass of wine in my head because I'm always in my head, and I'm an overthinker person, so from you was perfect.
That's awesome. And where did you find your inspiration and your styles for your Instagram comes from?
Sometimes I just walk. I always have a beer in my backpack, and sometimes I just walk and I see something. I'm doing not as much as I used to, but I'm trying to do like historical posts also. So I'm trying to promote local brewery, promote local like distillery or vineyard, show my town. It was the lockdown. It was easy to go somewhere with no people anywhere. Yeah. So I was able to show place that is usually crowd, and I just go with the flow. I'm just trying to show as much as I can the beauty of every beer. That's it.
That's awesome. I like to hear that. Yeah, it's earlier interview, Micro Beer Fan. He's based out of Toronto, and he'll try and get a photo of, let's say, a picture of a beer at the base of the CN Tower or a picture of the beer at the waterfront and stuff like that. So it's almost like you kind of have the same relationship with beer as use the history of your town or wherever you're visiting along with that beer to create that, which is awesome.
I started just for fun one time, and I received so many good comments about it. People say, "Oh, show us more of Montreal." More people in the States were like, "Oh, we have the feeling we know the town more because of you. We liked it." So I just started doing it more and more.
Yeah, that also helps, especially with your descriptions. You're kind of presenting the life behind the photo to bring it forward. So that's very helpful. As you know, myself, I'll do a weekly Thursday tasting. I'll be like, beer number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my favorite, and here's why. But some people are just, their writing is so much more than I can even picture myself doing anytime soon. So it's quite amazing that you have the time to dedicate to something like this Instagram. So.
I'm trying. I'm not gonna lie. My posts are well prepared. Like there's some people, and even in my engagement group, or they're gonna take a picture and post it right away. If they post a beer, it's the beer of the day. I post picture that I took 3 months ago. Like I'm trying to show diversity of breweries, kind of beer. I go with the national day of the day. I'm trying to, like, I have my brewery review on Tuesday that I'm trying to do. The Monday is when I'm able to is a trade post. I don't know if you saw my Sunday post, but it's always a tribute. I'm taking a day to talk about other people on my account, and I'm trying to build something around all this. So everything is prepared. I write my my posts way before in advance. I have so much note. I have a calendar. I'm really, like, for me, it's almost like a professional thing. I'm really like taking that really seriously. And I want to be like La Petite Bière. Emily is one of my friends, and I want to be, she's my model. I want to be like her, and we're making fun of it. Because a lot of people call me Mother Beer in my group because we're going to talk about it later, but I started the Beer Breaks family. But for me, my Mother Beer is Emily. So.
Yeah, Emily was previous on the show, La Petite Bière. She's quite the interview. You know, you could hear the passion behind her voice as I could hear the passion behind your voice as well for your beer Instagram. Mentioning beer trading, what made you get into that? What made you find people? I've seen your post from US, from Canada. What brought you to the beer trading?
I saw people doing trades in the States, and my regular job without the lockdown is I travel a lot. So I'm used to being in the States and drinking a lot of American beers, and I was missing it. And I was seeing a lot of people doing trades, but between states, like in the US. And I'm like, you know what? I know we're not supposed to do it, but let's try one. And I have 2 engagement groups that I run, and there were people inside those groups who want to do trade with me. So we start, like, the first 2 were only 3 beers. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And
it worked. So I just continue it. It's easier to trade with people in Canada. Obviously, you could send way more beers, but because I'm not gonna send like 15 beers to someone in California if I'm not sure it's gonna pass the border and I'm gonna lose it. But it's fun. It's fun to. I drink like the Pliny for president that nobody here tried. I received it from LA Rose a couple of months ago, and it was so good. Like we're making good beers, but they making awesome beers also. And I'm trying to send the beers I love in the States, but I'm trying to send the brewery that I'm proud to share with also.
Yeah, so that's awesome, the beer trading. I'm too trepidatious. I'm a little nervous about losing beer in the mail or not ending up with it. Definitely Pliny is on my list of beers to try. I was traveling to Vermont. So for the last 2 years, I've actually had a job where I can travel I can afford to travel to buy beer. So I would go to Vermont once a month, hit 3-4 breweries, and then visit my parents who have a place in America and have them bring the home beer back for me, so I don't have to pay for the taxes, which is great. But
absolutely.
I've been thinking about beer trading with people out west, so I'll see how that goes from there. I'll have to talk to these people. So.
And let me know if you need some trade.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I am definitely one to take advantage of the resources I have when they're in place. So that's amazing. As you mentioned, you do promote a lot of other Instagram accounts. What made you decide to kind of spread the love?
It started with my 2 first tributes was about my 2 groups. So I start one group in end of May called Summer of Brew. We're 20 people from all around the world, boys and girls. And it's funny because Martin, the craft beer, is in that group. I recruit him, and we met in person. And I have like 3 people from Montreal in that group. And we have a guy in Australia, 5 or 6 person in like in Belgium and Germany.
Oh, wow.
And we don't talk as much, but we're exchanging a lot, and we support each other. And after that, I started the Beer Braves family. That is actually my second family. This is those girls I'm exchanging day and nights with them. We're sharing everything. Like, we're actually a real family. And I wanted to show to people who those people were. And after that, I was like, okay, so I had a good response about it. So I did, after that, a beer and couple tribute. Obviously, because I'm in a beer couple, like me and my boyfriend, we're sharing the love of beers. And there's actually girls in my groups that got married in breweries. And Martin and his wife got married in the big. I realized that there's so many couples that are connected with beers that I was like, and this is going on and on. I did a tribute about breweries and about best Halloween post. And, you know, I think on Instagram, you need to share everything. It's not like Facebook who's about your account. On Instagram, you want the love, so you have to give love back. This is how it's working. So I'm just trying to show the other amazing person that are in my circle and engage with me and give me love and support.
Awesome. Do you feel you get the love returned with the amount of love you send out?
Almost.
Okay.
It's okay, but I'm not giving to receive. Okay. But I have so much love from the girls first. The Beer Babies family is just so amazing. And we started the page like 2 weeks ago, and now we have more and more girls that is not actually in the center of the group, but like we're trying to engage with them, and we promoting them, we repost them, and we're trying to be there for each other.
Well, as you said, you are the mother of the Beer Babes family, so I guess as the mother, you kind of have to send your love down more to your children in a sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to show the example. Yeah. I follow all the rules that I make, and I'm trying to be on top of everything. Yeah.
That's great. Have you collabed with your Instagram, or you're considering you're a sommelier, cicerone, mixologist? Have you collabed with any breweries?
Not with breweries yet. There's a couple of breweries that really ask me my opinion, or gonna. Obviously, at one point, you're starting receiving stuff. I'm not asking anything. They just sending me new stuff. Oh, let me know what you're thinking about it. They're not even, some breweries asking for like a post and an exchange, but some just, you know what? Or there's breweries just going to write me, what's your favorite ups? If I'm doing IPAs, what do you want it to taste and stuff like this? But I'm not planning on collaborating with anybody, but I just want to be there for them and have fun.
That's awesome. Do you homebrew?
No.
Have you ever thought about it?
Not really. I for a while I want to do my own wine, but for me it's too much work. Like, I love drinking it. I don't have the passion to making it. That's the thing.
I'm there on the drinking it end. And just, I know after I brew the first time, I'm like, I have to clean all this stuff. Blech. So
I tried to do sushi one time because I love sushi. It took me an hour and a half, and it took me 30 seconds to eat it. So I'm afraid it's going to be the same with beer. So
that's awesome. What are some of your favorite breweries to visit? You would suggest, like, let's say somebody were to visit Montreal, surrounding area. What are some of your favorite breweries you suggest they try?
In Montreal, I will say the Brewski right away. Those guys are amazing. They doing many kind of style. They're mastered in everything they're doing. They give me the feeling that they're not going to release something if it's not perfect right now. They're doing brew juice. They're doing amazing style. They're having stunning IPAs. I'll send anybody there without a doubt. I'm a huge fan of, I don't know if you saw my poll. It was on Facebook. I didn't release it on Instagram because I was self-banned for a week. I'm really friends with the people at Microbrasserie, Le Presbytère. It's 2 hours from Montreal.
Okay.
It's in Saint-Stanislas, past Trois-Rivières. They are just amazing. They're doing so many great beers, funky beers with local stuff, like local cranberries, local plants. They're doing really fun stuff, and the food is amazing over there also. I will have to say Microbrasserie L'Ours Brun that I just do my release, my brewery post today. They're pretty awesome also. So
Yeah, no, so I missed out. They had a pub in Repentigny.
yeah,
I was out in the area, and they had just stopped using that pub, and they were just gonna start brewing. I'm like, no, I want to drink beer.
I have to do a shootout to Ralbuck. Ralbuck, I don't know if you ever visit them.
No,
They
they're a
are
little far.
amazing, and we have a big project with the Beer Babes, and I never asked for anything, and I needed a brewery to collab with us and give us 27 cans.
Mm-hmm.
And I contact many others that were like, oh, we'll check. And 5 seconds after I send my message to the guy at Ralbuck, we're on it. Give us your address. We're going to deliver the beer. And they're doing amazing product, but it's over that. They're just so nice. It's like at the Presbyterian. You know, you could make a good beer, but if you're an asshole, we don't care. I personally don't care.
Yeah.
So they're just amazing also.
Yeah, pretty much everybody I've met in person and we've interviewed for the show have been great people. So I am worried I'm gonna catch that one person. Maybe they're generally nice people, but they're in a bad mood that day. And I'm hoping that it doesn't ruin the experience for me. But you take people for what they're worth and what they present to you. So, you know, as mentioned earlier, if their Instagram people are treating you wrong, then I'm not going to support your brewery. So that's me though. I speak with my money, and money is a very valuable thing to people. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. And mentioning Rossbach, I know they have a Bam Bam Bigelow beer.
I never tried it.
Yeah, so there's another show, and they associate a beer with a wrestling match. So I want to get in touch with them, Rossbach, for that beer to send to those guys in America so they can talk about the brewery and the pro wrestling, which is super fun.
Oh, that's so cool. Like the Brasserie Le Presbytère, we were there last weekend because they released a pastry stout. Because there's a group called Creator in Belgium, I think, that was their, and I don't want to mix it up, but it was a special anniversary of one album, and they created a beer for that, the Coma des Âmes. So, and the beer is just really amazing. It's not going to be really, they don't distribute anyway. You have to go there.
Yeah.
They made a really small amount of bottle, and I was so happy that they kept some on the side for me, and the beer is just so great. I'm going to release that post probably on Saturday, and it was so good.
So as mentioned, beer. So I like to say now, because I don't think it's safe to travel. But when it's safe to travel again, beer vacation that you have never been on that you want to go on.
I would have to say I've been to Vancouver before, but I was not into craft. I was not looking for craft beer when I went there. And now that I have two beer babes that actually want to greet me, like I'm going to just go to their place to sleep. We're planning to go, if we can, in probably March or April to Vancouver to try the beer there. And if the border's open, I will probably cross to Portland and Seattle at the same time. This is, for me, the place to go for a craft beer, honestly. Every beer that I received from Vancouver was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I personally want to go to Alberta. They won a lot of Canadian beer awards this year, so
I received a couple from there and from Calgary, and that was really good also, yeah.
Canada's making great beer, so
oh yeah.
for the people watching who, when it's safe to travel to Canada, come try our beer. So.
Oh, absolutely. We have nothing to envy to Americans or to Belgium or Germany. We're getting there. We're there. We're already there.
So your Instagram has a pretty good amount of followers. How do you find the growth of your Instagram started?
I had a big rush at one point. Right now, it's kind of slowed down, and I see other people that actually come pass by me. But it's okay. I'm not looking for. Yes, at one point I want to have a lot of followers, but my followers are all beer people. I don't have, sorry to say, but creeps or like all the people. If you look at my followers, it's all people with beer account also. There's people who will have more followers than me, but will have like guys or mothers or people who are doing other stuff. Or all my followers are into beers. I have a big percentage of viewing versus likes, and I'm really happy about it. So right now it's a bit slow, and I got stuff banned for a week, so it kind of stopped a bit. But at one point, I'm just trying to do what I love and to give back the love. And if I don't grow as much as I want, it's okay. I have a lot of loyal like followers, and I'm happy about it.
That's awesome to hear. Where do you see your Instagram account going next? Like, what's next for Roxy Liquid Dream?
I took a week off to think about it, actually, and I have a couple of news. I'm trying to have more fun with it because at one point I got too serious. The main goal is my goal is to reach 100,000 followers, but I know it's going to take a long time to go there, but I'll go there at one point. I'll reach that goal.
And I wish you all the best of luck to get that number. It's hard out there for some Instagram accounts who don't, for example, show skin. They don't get as much followers as regular
people. But I'm not showing skin, and I get followers.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to prove that you don't need to show your body to have people who follow you, actually. But at one point, what I'm working right now is I need the support of. I'm giving support to breweries, but I need their support back if I want to grow. So sometimes I'm going to road to breweries. Oh, could you follow me back? Could you like my post? I need that love to grow because I need their follower to see it. It's sad, but this is the way it's working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for example, for this show, I've resulted into having. I only wanted to contact people online for interviews, and now I'm at the point where I call the brewery and I say, "Hey, I'm going to be in your region this weekend. Do you have an open spot?" We like to not interrupt their business, so we interview them before they're open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we're not being rude and we're cutting them off from customers. It's very...
I was shy at the beginning to let them know when I was coming, but at one point I realized I have to. The first time we went to Ralbach, they were so busy, we didn't get up. We couldn't get in, like it were an hour and a half waiting. And after that, he said, you should have told us, we would have let you come. And I was like, this is when I start telling them I was coming.
Yeah.
Not to brag or to have free stuff, just to have the opportunity to have a chat with them and to connect with them.
Sometimes you do have to take advantage of who you are and your followers and things like that. So it's not a bad thing to do as long as you're not really taking advantage of it where you're demanding for things. Then
I'm not afraid anymore to say like I'm Roxy Liquid Dream.
Yeah.
And because I have like blue hair, I've been recognized like at the ACQ at the corner of my place. They know exactly who I am just because they saw me, and the guy said, "Hey, you're the girl on Instagram who have blue hair." I'm like, "Oh yeah, thanks."
Yeah, that happened to me at La Cuvée last year. "Hey, you're Carp from All Beer Inside." What?
Yeah,
how do you know me? So yeah, it's nice to get recognized sometimes. And talking to people about beer is amazing. So I love doing this. As from what I can see, you love doing what you're doing as well. So that's fantastic to hear.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I have no other questions for you at this time. You've answered everything very truthfully, very forward, which I really appreciate. So let everybody know, my viewers, where they could find you, this new page you're bringing up. Let them know everything that's coming up over the next couple of weeks.
You can find me at Roxy Liquid Dream. Look out because I always have new stuff, and I have like special release like on Tuesday, on Thursdays, and on Sundays. And honestly, if you're not following the Beer Babes family pages, go there. We're 26 women who start that page all together, but we're trying to promote every woman. And at one point, we're probably going to promote guys who really support us, like you, like there's the Beer You, I never remember their names, but I'm sorry, guys. Beer You Are podcast. Like they're
okay.
Interviewed a long time ago, and they're really supportive to every Beer Babes in the group. Go check out that page. We're really working hard on just promoting every amazing account out there.
Awesome. So I'm going to add all that in the show notes. I'll be getting those from you after the show. As for us, we're allbeerinside.com is the website where you can listen to our semi-monthly get-together show where we do a beer tasting. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we're in our little bubbles right now. So that's something.
And we have to meet in person after all this.
Yes, that is the plan. I will be traveling to the cities of everybody I've been speaking with, and we will be having a beer get-together night. So yourself, Emily, Mike, or Beer Brit.
I know Mike. Yeah.
Hop Citizen. So I want us all to get together when it's safe to, where we're not going to spread a deadly virus where it might not kill us, but it might kill a family member. So let's not do that for now.
I'm working with the Beer Scout, Marcos.
Yes.
And Marty and the Craft Beer. We want to do like a get together maybe in April, like to have all the influencer from Quebec in one place, maybe in Parc La Fontaine or Parc Laurier or something like that.
I've spoken with Marcos. He's a previous interview. I have been trying to get Marty in the craft beers. So.
Oh, he's so lovely. Yeah. Like, he's an amazing person. Awesome. I just love him so much.
Fantastic. As for us, I'll add All Beer Inside on all social media. And as I say at the end of all episodes, drink craft, not crap.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.